This is the rhythm of the
Hello everyone, today we will show you around a unique and wonderful place, namely the Wildlife Rescue and Rehabilitation Center. It is situated in the northeastern part of Poland, in the village of Napromek, Iława County. This rehabilitation center has been in service since 2004 and it deals mainly with birds and mammals. And its main role is to treat and care for sick, injured or orphaned wild animals and to prepare them for successful life back in the wild. This center usually treats deer, wild boars, hedgehogs and storks. Once in a while we might even spot here a wolf that needs some special treatment. And now we will introduce you to the officer in charge of this place, Mr. Lech Serwotka, and he will tell you more about this wonderful place. Can you tell us more about this place?
There are a variety of species at our center, as I mentioned before. Birds of prey, like buzzards, or possibly even larger ones, such as white eagles, herons, and egrets. Also, there are singing birds with us. We try to bring them here, where we can help them and relieve their suffering. The Wild Animal Restoration Center is not a safari center or a zoo. It is actually an animal hospital, since it treats animals that are under the care of a veterinarian. The center has a veterinarian on staff, and each animal has an admissions card once they are admitted. The card tells us what is wrong with the animal, and he is registered in the main registry of animals that are currently at the center. After rehabilitation, if we manage to restore the animal's health, the doctor decides, together with me, whether to release the animal or not. We try to release those more valuable species in places where they are found. Our center is the only one that can provide full monitoring for wolves because we have all the infrastructure that allows us to help the wolves. We currently have 7 rescued wolves. They have been with us for about 3 years. They had a variety of injuries as a result of malnutrition. Their situation seemed hopeless, but we managed to provide for their recovery despite major injuries. One even had a broken pelvis. There was no hope that we could be able to heal this very majestic animal, but it pulled through. I have the greatest respect for him. While all wild animals, there is a will to survive. He had great strength and willpower also. But in this wolf, it is something special. He could not move. His pelvis was damaged. He lay in the same position for about 2 weeks. As you can see, though, it all started to grow and heal. Well, of course, he was treated by the vet, given drugs orally with food, and after some time I saw that he began to move. It meant that he was healing slowly, and after some time and rehabilitation, he got back on his feet. After he returned to full health, running normally, he was transported back to where he had come from, back to where he had his accident. The former were wolves from the Kapinos forest. A litter was brought from the Polish-Russian border near Białystok. They returned to places near their territory. We know Kapinos rejoined his pack and later hunted with them in the neighboring forest. He was seen by observers Plus, he is wearing a transmitter. We saw how he moved. When it comes to other animals, we can count hundreds of individual animals that came to us and were treated here. Later, such animals were released and they adapted to the environment. I'm curious about this. For example, because we have given animals names like Kasia or Basia. Let's assume we had a deer. We let them out, and later, during a difficult period, like a bad winter, the animal will return when it has a hard time getting food. They will come back regularly. You could set your watch by their returning. They would come every morning at 7 a.m. They would stop in front of the kitchen and look at the window. I would go out. I would give them a slice of bread. The deer would not approach a stranger. He would run away. Working here, I felt great love for the animals, and that love is paid back double. That's why communing with animals invokes a lot of emotion and bonds that later, when released, are the most pleasant moments for the caretakers who here, just like me, at the moment of restoration. As you can see, for example, we released a white-tailed eagle or a black stork into the environment, and it makes a few circles here. It is impossible to describe the feeling in words. What a great joy it is that we have managed to restore it back to health and return it to the environment once again. The animal is returned to its natural habitat to inhabit our beautiful Polish forest.
So, thank you for that conversation. It's been a great pleasure to be your guest here.
Dziękuję.